there's essentially there are on this section 2 guitar parts. So you've got one in the left ear, and it's playing this kind of like very relaxing, beachy ukulele rhythm, right? So the boom ba 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 ba, and that's just on the off beats, right? So if you don't know much about beats are essentially like where your note falls in terms of the structure of the song. So you have like your 1, 2, 3, 4. This little ukulele sounding guitar is on the offbeat, so like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's like ba 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 ba, and so that's why it's a very common like, not that song. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so you can hear how that kind of gives it this little bop to it, like not bop, but it gives it a little bit of bounce, and it makes it kind of fun. So that left guitar definitely has a bit more of the energy. It's a little more, it literally is on the upbeats, and it's just more fun. But then you have this right guitar, and by right I mean like literally in the right ear of your speaker, playing this really relaxing, very mellow guitar. It's not, I wouldn't call it a drone. I almost thought it was a synth at first because of how just like fluid it sounded. But if you listen very closely, you can hear the sound of the pick, the guitar pick hitting the string on the certain notes. So listen closely to that in your right ear. And if you have trouble doing that, just take your left ear out. Like if you're listening on AirPods, take your left AirPod out and play it, and you'll be able to hear it more clearly. So you can hear it's going like dum 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 dum. Now it's got some pretty heavy effects on it. Oh, hold on. It sounds like it's a flanger. It could be a heavy phaser or a chorus pedal. Those three are kind of, they do very different things, but in terms of the effect that they produce, they can be used interchangeably depending on how you adjust the settings. But either way, there is this kind of like a watery effect on it that's making it have a wetter sound, and then like along with that, there is some light reverb on it as well, versus there's almost no reverb on the guitar in the left. The guitar on the left is super dry. And so this is kind of interesting, these 2 guitars, because they really set the tone for the song quite well, actually. On one hand, it's very fun and upbeat, and then on the other hand, it's very mellow and chill, because those 2 things aren't interchangeable. You can have plenty of upbeat, fun songs that are actually very hyper, and we just covered last week. I covered Lost by Bring Me the Horizon, and I would say in general that's a pretty fun, upbeat song at parts, and it's definitely not mellow. In fact, it's the opposite, right? So yeah, these 2 guitars set the sound up, and the tone and the vibe of the song really